last video, we talked about HP versus Fizz and which one was better. Obviously, we came to the conclusion that high Fizz is better than having high HP, but you can get both. In this video, I'm about to explain how you can maximize your physical armor and have also really high HP. And like I said before, there's only two ways to really increase your physical resistance: armor and equipment. Now, obviously, there's a couple talents that increase your overall tankiness. For example, exoskeleton, charm casters, reinforced armor, but they increase the actual said stat of physical resistance. There's only two ways. Now, obviously, for your armors, you're gonna pick between Prophet's Cloak or Ignition Deep Delver / Black Diver, whichever one you prefer. Like, I don't think I have to tell you about armors. Like, you know what armors you want to use. You know what armors work for your build. Whatever armor you want to wear is what you want to wear. So you're gonna have at base 25% Fizz or 30% Fizz at base, which isn't bad, but we can get much higher using our equipments. So obviously, like I said in the last video, physical resistance pips only come from your arms equipment and your head equipment, so helmets and plates. Confessor Charm also gives an innate 3% physical resistance, but it doesn't give physical pips, so all you're getting 3%, but you should be using Confessor Charm. That is the easiest thing you can get min-maxed. For helmets, you have a couple of decent options. You have Parasol Planter, probably the best one. You have Authority Helmet because you get Stronghold, Vigil Hood because it has a lot of legendary pips. For your arms equipment, the best one easily is Diver's Light Plate. It's not even close, but you could use Iron Stinger Plate, and I've heard the Deep Delver armor is also pretty solid for getting physical resistances, but don't quote me on that because I'm actually not too sure on that. Now, the easiest and simplest way to balance HP and Fizz on any build, and this is the easiest way, this is what honestly you should go for, is legendary pips you convert to Fizz, and the rare pips you keep at HP. So for example, for the Parasol Planter, you would have 26 HP because you have the 4 rare pips being HP and 8% Fizz because the 2 legendary pips are physical resistance. Same with Diver's Light Plate, you have 4 legendary pips, so that's 16%. If you really want to maximize on Fizz, you can convert some of the rare pips into physical resistance, but honestly, it's not that worth it. As long as you can get your stat to above 45% Fizz, you'll be good to go. You don't have to go for 60-70% Fizz, but only have like 500 HP. You don't gotta do that. Now, you're probably wondering, where do I grind these god roll kits? Where do I find said items? Very simple. You can get the Deep Delvers and the Iron Stinger Plates from Ceramide Hollow. You can get the Vigil Hoods and the Authority Helmets from Primadon. You get the Parasol Planter from obviously the Parasol Boss. The Diver's Light Plate obviously only comes from Hell Mode, which is probably the hardest thing to get, so you can just stick to the Iron Stinger Plates. And the Confessor Charm, I don't know, Chaser, I guess. That's where I got it. Probably some other places. You'll figure it out. Look at the wiki. Additionally, there are some talents that give slash resistances. You have padded armor and steel scales. I personally don't recommend these talents because it's only 3% Fizz in total, and you need the waste 2 talent slots. And with min-max builds, you don't have talent slots to spare. But you could go those 2 talents if you have the extra space. And yeah, it's that simple. I'm telling you, once you get yourself a physical, if you don't have one already, I'm telling you, once you get yourself a god rolled physical kit, you're gonna feel so much more tankier. It's actually insane. Usually the video would just end there, but we are very close to 2,000 subs, so I'd really appreciate it if you would subscribe to the channel and maybe leave a like, but mainly subscribe.